It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, so this week's video is a cozy Christmas bedroom refresh. I have a DIY headboard and new curtain for my bedroom. I have a little bit of antique shopping with a bit of a thrift haul. But I'm also lucky to have this week's video sponsored by Brooklinen. So let's get started and let's get cozy. We had to get rid of our old bed frame. It was really creaky and it was just a bit of a nightmare. So I had it was the footboard and the headboard that we had to get rid of because it just wasn't fitting properly. So I decided, rather than go out and spend a fortune, because obviously I don't want to go out and spend a fortune on furniture now with the hope that we're going to be moving most of our stuff to France at some point anyway. So I decided to make a headboard. So what I did was I had hubby cut this piece of particle board to the height that I wanted and the width of the bed, and then I had some previous year's quilt covers, duvet covers that are just sitting in the closet. I was getting ready to donate them, and I thought I will use them as the basis of the headboard. So as you can see, I've cut it about 2 inches on each side and then 4 inches the top and the bottom. And then I've stapled it all the way around on top of the board. Now this is just step one. So once it was turned around, I decided it wasn't plush enough, so I added a band of batting and then put another quilt cover on top of that. Now there's a reason I only put a band of it on. I didn't want to waste all my batting. This is another quilt that I thrifted many years ago. I've used this such a lot. It's such a lovely quilt. It's got a lovely old cottagey feel to it. Most of it was in good condition. There was a couple of areas that were a bit threadbare and have got a couple of stains on. But I decided to use the better areas as the basis for the headboard. So I did the same thing. I stapled it on, and then about 2 inches from all the way around, I decided to put these upholstery pins in. And as you can see, when I hammer them in, it's giving that lovely tufted look, because this is the band of extra batting that I use that's giving us a nice plush feel. I used the stripes as my guide from the pattern. Now if you don't have these upholstery pins, I happen to thrift a whole bunch of these, and every time I see them I pick them up. You can also draw a line with either a marker or a pencil, because you're not going to see it. Draw a line, staple along that line, and then put either a piece of trim or ribbon. You can glue that in place. It'll give the same look and feel. I just liked the look of these upholstery pins, and I put one on each of the stripes and then went back in and put one in between each stripe, as you can see here. See those little marks that I'm putting the pins into on the stripes, and in this one I've gone back between and put another little pin in the space between the striped areas. So here you can see it's not perfect. The lines aren't, the pins aren't straight, but I'm really happy with how it's turned out. You can see that I was using my ruler as a guide, and there's the pencil. I just used a regular pencil. So I've gone in and I've put all these little pins in as close to a line as possible. Once that's done, then I've turned it over and stapled down the back, so I've got it nice and tight. And you can see how when it's finished and it's up, it really does look quite pretty and very cottagey, which is of course exactly what I was looking for. And there's Dudley helping me on his rug as usual. So once that's all stapled and ready to go, I just got my hubby to put it against the bed frame and screw it in. We used 3 big large bolts to hold it into place. I've done this many times. I'm always changing out the curtains. These lace curtains I used as a template for this pink taffeta that I bought on a bolt a while ago, and there was lots of this material, and it was a perfect match to the little pink flowers in the new headboard. So what I did was I used the lace curtains as my template and cut 2 lengths of the pink fabric the same, and then I sewed them together, right sides together, pinned them and sewed them down the middle, and then I made a little channel all the way across the top, which was just big enough to fit the rod, that then I push all the fabric onto the rod and it fits up inside the shelf that I have up in the bedroom, which acts as the basis for the headboard curtain. So this is the little rod that I use, and I just push all the fabric on. It's a bit of a tight fit, and then it just fits up inside the shelf, and I'll show you the finished product in just a moment. So the headboard was done and the curtain was ready, but what's the most important thing? The bedding. So thanks again to Brook Linen for sponsoring this video. So as I said, I really wanted to cozy up the space for the holidays. So I've done the curtains and I've done the headboard, but the most important thing is the bed. I went onto the website. Let me show you. Once you jump on the website, it's very user friendly. I went into sheet sets and scrolled down to the brushed flannel core sheet set that I'd chosen. I chose the speckled midnight, but I think there are 6 different colour choices and patterns. They're very menswear orientated. These is just such lovely quality. They're classic, soft and breathable, and they're 100% organic cotton. They're very easy to wash, and they fit my bed especially beautifully. They're very soft and cozy, and they are just lovely. Don't forget to check everything out though, because you can mix and match, and there's such great choices on the website. This is the core sheet set, and these sets come highly recommended with over 100,000 5-star reviews. That speaks volumes. That's more than any other bedding company can boast. I also got the duvet cover. They are so soft and luxurious. You can mix and match with over 20 patterns and colours. These are the brush flannel that I chose. Are so soft and breathable. They're made from 100% cotton flannel, and they are woven in Portugal. They're perfect for the winter months. Honestly, when you get into bed, it's like getting a warm hug. These sheets get better each time they're washed. Don't forget to bundle your sets. It's a great feature. It saves you 25% on the website, as opposed to buying the items individually. So if you think about it, we spend over 1/3 of our life either sleeping or trying to sleep. And with these, the quality and the luxury of these sheets, that's really going to upgrade your sleep experience. So I've got them. Let's get them washed and get them on the bed. So the fitted sheet is lovely. It has big, thick, deep pockets. So if you have, depending on the size of your mattress, most of the mattresses now have those extra bits on top. So this fits perfectly. The pillowcases are great. They also have thick pockets. There's nothing worse than getting into bed and have your pillow work its way out of the pillowcase because the pockets aren't deep enough. That's not an issue with these. Mine is a queen bed, and other than obviously the fitted sheet fitting nicely, there's plenty of room in the top sheet. There's enough room to tuck in down each side and enough room to tuck the bottom and have a nice turnover at the head of the bed. Plenty to tuck. Let's get the quilter. I ordered the king size, so the quilt that I have underneath is a king, and these little button fasteners go all along the length and they tuck inside, so you don't see the buttons, it just holds the quilt in. So obviously the bed is very monochromatic. I love that it's all the same shade of blue. I don't normally do this, but I thought for a change I wanted just the contrast with this lovely vintage percale bed topper just to sit at the foot of the bed. And here's a quick glimpse at the finished bed. Well, I'm back. It is the morning after my first night's sleep in these lovely soft sheets. When I picked the colours, I picked something very monochromatic. It reminds me, if you have a look, of a starry night. I don't know why, but I think it's such a soft, calming colour. You can, of course, mix and match. You can change the bedding. You don't even have to have the flannel. I chose the flannel because it is so soft and luxurious. This flannel is like a soft hug when you get into bed, and it feels warm to the touch. And there's nothing worse than a cold night getting into a cold bed. Well, this was not a cold bed. It was very comfy. This is really understated luxury. Don't forget to check out the website. If you use my link below, you will get 15% off. And don't forget to check out their other items. They have lots of different bedding choices, and if you mix and match or go with the bedding bundles, you will save 25% as opposed to buying everything individually. So thanks again to Brooklinen for sponsoring this video. I am very, very happy with this bedding set, and I'm looking forward to getting some more. So along with the Christmas decor, I really wanted to create a cosy feel, but nowhere more than in the bedroom. I wanted a sanctuary of warmth and coziness, and with the bedding, that certainly was the first step in trying to achieve not only the feel but the look. So when I changed the bed head out, so the headboard, and I went with this lovely cottagey print, which you can see, it looks lovely with these flannel sheets. And then picked up on the pink for the bed curtain. It can be mixed throughout the year, depending on the season, with either a French country look or, as it does now, a very cottagey look. The lovely big plaid pillows add to that cottage feel. But then the velvet in the pillow, and then the velvet in the lovely light blue ribbon, makes it feel a little bit more French country. So other than that lovely punch with the red plaid pillows on the bed, I brought in a little bit of Christmas with this lovely brown tinsel Christmas tree. I've had this for probably 20 years, and I always put my little bird collection on it. This little bird collection is the bluebirds, and I thought it's a lovely contrast with the brown velvet curtains. And that is my little William Morris advent calendar, which I can't wait to get started on that one. This lovely picture of mum and dad, I thrifted this little piece of, I'm not sure what it is, but it's like a very fine metal, and I just thought it looked really pretty along the bottom of the picture frame. Again, just we've changed the wardrobes in the bedroom, got these big solid wardrobes that we've moved from one of the bedrooms upstairs, and again, it's a nice contrast with the blue of the bed and the brown walls. I found Glitzy Jewels and Antiques quite by accident, actually. We were out sort of Christmas shopping, and I do like to not to buy, or I don't always like to buy new, especially if you're buying for people you really know. I find you can buy them, antiques and pre-loved items. My kids love them. I know not everybody does, but my kids do, and some of my friends do. So we found this lovely little antique shop in a place called Port Toulouse, which is about 10-15 minutes from where we live, just on Lake Ontario. And it had some lovely little items. Everything in the shop was 50% off unless otherwise marked, and then the jewellery was 25% off. I know Tarnished Treasure would have loved it. You should have seen the trays and trays of jewellery. I found the jewellery was a little overpriced, and absolutely some of the items were, but even with the 50% off, it wasn't too bad. A lot of these lovely old Christmas ornaments were proper glass ornaments, and I do have a lot of these that I've been collecting over many years. So because I've got such a lot of them and have been collecting them for so long, I found some of these were again a little bit overpriced. But I'm not going to show you what I picked up from this place, because I did pick up a couple of little Christmas presents. But there were some really nice collectible items. I love these things. And if I wasn't going to be moving to France eventually, I would be picking more stuff up. But I've actually got a lot of stuff that I've got to get rid of. So in the new year, I'm going to be packaging up some of my dishes and dinner sets, and I'm going to give my subscribers and viewers a chance to have them if they want them. There will obviously, a lot of you are in the US, so there will be shipping charges, but that'll be in the new year. We'll do that in the new year. But you can see some of these jewelry bits were just lovely. Again, a little bit overpriced, and I'm not overly big on jewelry. I'm more of what I can use it with as opposed to wearing it. These saucers, cups and saucers, were beautiful, and I do have a really lovely big collection of cups and saucers. The white glass, I know the name of it, I just can't think of it right at this minute. I've collected that in the past and ended up giving it away or selling it at garage sales, so I know that things do pass in and out of fashion. But at one point before COVID, I was going to start a coffee and tea room, but well, life changes, things change, so I do have a lovely big collection that, like I said, in the new year I will be getting rid of. There were some lovely items in here, but again, a lot of stuff that I already have, because I've been collecting things for so long, and it's not until you start going through things that you realise how much stuff you've actually got. But and again, how things come in and out of fashion. I love these red glasses, and I've had those in the past and I've sold those on, and I've actually got this little set with the holly and the ivy on, so I'll be trying to find that out for Christmas. I love these little blue delf sets as well. Those were very pretty. So I'm sort of speeding this up a little bit to show you what I picked up. These two trees were 50 cents each. Now, this wasn't from the antique shop. This was from my local thrift store. They had a table with little Christmas bags that had been pre-bagged for $1.50 each bag. I picked up 3 bags. The first one, you can see there was a whole bunch of these little bottle brush trees in. So there were 7 little trees. They're in a little mess. They're a bit of a mess, but I'm going to clean them up. This little bag I picked up because it reminded me of the Christmas cakes that my mum used to make when we were kids. I think it's probably from a Santa's village or some kind of whole big set, but it had a little fence in it. It had 2 little trees, it had 2 little hedgerows, and it had like the backboard little thing behind it, and then I had a whole bunch of little people. There was a Santa, a Mrs. Claus, a snowman, all sorts. And I thought what might be really cute is to use some of it around the house, like on shelves, and then put the rest of the little people on a Christmas cake over Christmas. I just thought it'd be really cute, and again, because I'm all nostalgia this year for my Christmas experience, I thought it would be really cute to just remember the way my mum used to do stuff when we were kids. So that's what I'm doing with those bags. This next bag I picked up mainly because of the little honeycomb decorations that were in there. Love the colours. I love the combination of the brown and the pink. These were just regular. I mean, I see these everywhere. They just happened to be in the bag. They were not a feature that they look pretty on the tree, don't get me wrong. So I've got 4 shiny ones and 4 matte ones. These are the ones that I was looking at. These were really pretty. So I'm going to put some pretty ribbons on those. There's 4 of them. 2 are the shape of like 2 circles and 2, I guess, like pear shaped. And if you remember, while I was in the UK last Christmas, before I got back home, I did actually make some of these, and they turned out really lovely. So I think those are really nice to put on the tree. Again, and they're quite expensive when you buy them individually, but these were lovely as well. These are glass, and they have the little metal hangers on top, and again, very nostalgic, very antique looking. So I'm looking forward to putting these on the tree. So stay tuned for the next video, and hopefully we'll have a bit of tree decorating in that one. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to use my 15% off when you order your first Brooklyn in order, and the link is in the description. And I'll see you next week for some Christmas tree decorating.